Welcome. This is Barry Jones from the Angel School, and we're here for a weekly angel reading for November the 6th through the 12th, 2017. So let's take a moment to take deep breaths together and just allow your heart to open. Feel it opening like a flower. And just see each petal just unfolding. And just maybe observe how it's unfolding. And as each petal unfolds, allow the love, the harmony and the good that comes from within to just wash over you. To wash over every aspect of your mind, your body, and your spirit. And to allow it to just fill up the space where you're sitting. And to send it forth into this week, into each day of the week. Just see each day of the week filling up like a chart. And each day just fills up with this love that flows from your heart. Paving the way forward for the guidance, the internal guidance and eternal guidance of clarity and prosperity and hope. And sending out a signal, a vibrational signal to all the people that are meant to be on your path. Invoking those soulful connections and opportunities to be available and abundant to you within this week. Especially in the midst of very stressful situations, that there's a sense of security that will be available to you. And they're writing the word lease as, I don't know, a feeling of that you can borrow this love, these opportunities. It's almost like we feel sometimes that we don't want to burden others, but the universe is giving you permission to share your experiences, to share there's an exchange. They want you to be aware that you're not supposed to do this alone, and that people are there on your path for a reason. They're there to support you and to help you. And when you feel a connection, and we're again this week fostering those soulful connections, when you feel those connections from the soul, where the love just bursts wide open, and you feel that with a person or a situation, that means that that relation has a bond that has already established its purpose, a contract that is just seeking to be fulfilled, and you are noticing it. You both are noticing the energetic contract, the purpose, and don't be afraid. Walk right towards it, embrace it, because there is something there for you. So as we just kind of tune in a little bit more into what's going on for the week and asking for guidance, we're seeing this is a continuation of this last week with this help, and it really feels like that we're being put in positions, not because it's to help lower the walls of our pride. Okay, and so you're gonna feel like it's gonna be these last 2 weeks are gonna be about releasing some kind of inhibition, something that pride gets in the way. Something about our pride that stands in our way it blocks us or gives us a sense that we're being blocked or cut off. And they wrote the word flash, as if something's going to occur, like in a flash, to kind of sort of disperse or dispel this notion that you have, that you're supposed to do everything on your own, that you can't reach out to others, or you can't be vulnerable to others, with others, and you don't have to be this stone, for everybody else. And you feel like, and so for some of you, when you can't be that stone or that rock, you feel like you failed. Okay, and this is becoming a stumbling block on your path, as it kind of weighs you down. This that you take on this much responsibility, that you feel that you have to shoulder this kind of responsibility, to go it alone, to go without, even when you know that there are others who can provide you the resources or the help that you need. So they the thing about this is they write out the word better, and they want you to take better care of yourself in this regard, to not be, I'm seeing the word dolphin on that a lot, so to make me think of, take things so seriously, and to have faith in others, to have faith in the world, of your own vibration, your own reality, your inner well-being. You see, what you're perceiving is all coming out of, and what you're experiencing is coming out of that perception. And you have faith that things are changing, and that they're changing in a way of healing, as Archangel Raphael is coming through right now. And sort of things are changing in a way that is healing. And he wrote something, the word speech. And so there's something about that you need to speak up, or you need to communicate in some way. And that may be one of the ways that the healing is going to unfold, is through communications. And they want you to feel safe, and they want you to know that you're guarded. Safeguarded is the word they wrote, safeguarded. All right, you're always safeguarded by the universe. You have like lots of protection around you, and resources, and all you have to do is channel that love as the way of communication. The channel of love is the way of communication. It will give you the words, the understanding, the compassion, the knowingness to be able to break through walls and obstacles. You don't have to try to figure out what to do. You just have to flow with this channel of love. And it will guide you, and it will open hearts and doors where you wouldn't have been able to figure that out alone. Okay? And it'll do it in ways that are safe for everybody, but you can't judge what that safety is going to look like. You just have to trust the love and know that they are safe because you are offering that. And a lot of what you're going to offer is going to create a tremendous transformation. So this is going to be, even this act for you is going to, they wrote the word death as if to mean like a transformation, a really letting go, and opening up to a new sort of paradigm, if you will, emotionally. They show me just you kind of open up your heart, exposing your heart a little bit more, and getting used to that. And that may be some of what the challenge is, that about open up your heart. And they just wrote the word sorry, and open up your heart to forgiveness as well. That you may actually start to feel this open up for you. Maybe some changes, some shifts in the way you've dealt, some regrets you had, you'll be able to forgive yourself, um, um, especially in your career or life choices, things like this. Okay, so they're really encouraging you to keep the faith about your life purpose. I'm just looking for, but I can't find it. I saw something, I was looking for it, but okay. All right, so let me just tune in to see if there's anything else that's coming up. I found it. I was looking for this, my angel numbers 101, and I saw the angel number 229. I opened right up to it. How about that? So the angel number says, know that your 229, know that your divine life purpose is unique and much needed. Trust that you're fulfilling this purpose right this very minute. No one can do this but you. So again, a sense that you are possibly thinking, oh, but somebody's already said that, or what real difference could I make? There are a lot of people out there making differences in maybe in a similar way. And the thing is that what makes it different is what they said. You're unique, which means the way you express yourself, the way you communicate is unique. You know, even we could have 5 actors reading the same lines, but each one of them will say it differently. The way that the effect will be different from those 5 different actors. And that also means that the audience that's listening, one of those ways, each one of those ways will resonate with a different group of people, a different set of people, and it in the way that they need to hear it. So it's not about repeating something. It's about saying something, doing something that you're summoned to call to do, because there's someone that is called to hear it in the way that you communicate. The way that you communicate communicates with their soul. There's a connection there. And we're talking about frequency. And then in that example, what we're really talking about is vibration. And it's about the way you say something that resonates and actually awakens like a key. That's a key to someone else's soul in that particular instance, through that unique way or expression or gift that you offer. So put this aside, this whole notion that there's many people out there doing it, saying it, expressing it, because you have the key to vibrational key that's unique to unlock that for others. And even if they've read the others, but when it'll click when they hear it from you, or you're adding that last piece that will help it to click. It's not to say that anybody else's way is less or more. It's just that we all add to, and then it's like a piece of the puzzle. It's like, and yours just maybe that last piece. Okay? So every piece is important, but that you just may be that last piece that allows them to unlock the doors of their heart and release those walls and get rid of those boundaries that will free them to be on their way into fulfilling their purpose. Okay, so, all right, this is really, really important. And I'm seeing that this is a really great opportunity for you to start, once you get past this, where things can start to manifest. But your manifestation will come, will materialize out of your alignment. You know, like I feel like it's going to be a strong possibility. All right, so do some research on, or start working or setting aside some time to invest in doing this, set aside whatever this is, set aside some time to just work at it. Just start doing it, and don't worry about where it's going or how it's going to be, get to where it's going. For right now, you're just doing it for you, but just dedicate some time each day to start working on this. Whether it's to brainstorm or to just start fleshing it out or writing it out, depending on what it is that you're feeling called to do. All right, and they're saying don't be afraid of the exposure. That's what's holding you back, especially from expressing yourself. You're afraid of rejection, of being rejected, and if you put that in, think of this as like cooking. Don't add seasonings that you don't want. Like you wouldn't put certain things in there if it's going to change the taste, and it's going to be a taste that's not going to work. And things like worrying about failure or worrying about being rejected or worrying about how something's going to work is not going to help. It's going to alter the taste of what you're presenting. So don't think about only doing the things that you want to put into that pot that you're stewing or brewing. All right, don't put other things in there. Be mindful of what you're putting in, especially as you're beginning. So think about things as ingredients. You want harmonious ingredients. Like you want to think harmoniously. Thoughts. Okay, so let's take a look at the card for the beginning of the week from the Archangel Oracles. And we have the Archangel Zadkiel. And the card is compassion. Okay, so the message on the card says, soften your heart with respect to this situation and all the people involved, including yourself. So this is just really confirming that letting go of those regrets and, the idea of forgiveness. And it feels like that some of the ways sometimes you see things a certain way, and your ego kind of reinterprets something, and we have to be mindful of that. And so this week is just opening up your heart, channeling that love, channeling that compassion. So that the message of this card really affirms the message that we just spoke of, which is to really be a channel of compassion, be a channel of love, and allow yourself to speak, in that heart, the rays of the heart, sending that out into the week. So in this week, there's also a sense of sending out those rays, sending out this light, this compassion to others. Send out that light that's in your heart. If you got a meeting coming up, you're dealing with someone that irritates you for some reason, send that light out. Send that light out. And send it to yourself as well. Because we often allow things to irritate us, to frustrate us. And the thing about it is that what that does is that it takes us out of that channel of love where we can be fully immersed in all of its advantages, the opportunities, the awareness of opportunities. It allows us to expand our network, and so this is all what we end up sacrificing when we take things personally. If there is no connection flowing, then that means that you're not supposed to make that connection with that person. But what you want to focus on is the ones that are available. So don't let that person distract you, or that situation distract you from noticing all the other things around you at that moment. So it's really important for you to not get distracted, and to keep channeling the compassion and love, so that you are aware of the inspired actions that you're being guided to take. All right. So let's take a look at the card for the beginning of the week and see what's going on. We got this light coming through, sunlight now. And so we start off the week with the Four of Summer, which is the Four of Cups. And this card says, being distracted and failing to see a magical opportunity, taking someone or something for granted, discontentment with life. All right, so this is sort of already seeing a theme for the week is to not allow ourselves to get distracted and emotionally. And so, in order to do that, we have to stay focused. So what this card is really saying is to stay focused, stay tuned in to your emotional guidance. Don't let other things, worries or concerns, just take you off of your path. Remove your sort of distract your goals and distract you from seeing your goals. Keep reinforcing your goals by staying emotionally connected to what's going on, the awareness of what's going on around you, and noticing where there's a frequency of hope or a frequency of alignment coming through. Being aware, always looking out to see what's coming to you. And you can foster this connection with appreciation, through appreciation. All right, let me just tune in and see if there's any other information coming through. Okay, so they're showing me a tree, and the connection looks a little thin, and there's a box like at like around the base of the tree, sort of like it's sort of like a block. Something is there's something that gets in the way. So I get that something emotional could come up, or where you are. They wrote the word laugh, and as to break this cycle, you need to take things a little less seriously. They were showing me a drum, like there's something you're beating the drum about. You just won't let it go, and you've got to let this thing go, because whatever it is that's got you fixated and you in this way and on this thing that's negative, what it's doing is it's just causing you to keeping that energy amplified, and if this is pain, all you're doing is amplifying your pain by focusing on the thing that is creating the pain for you. It's not helping you to solve it, to focus upon it. So they want you to stop beating the drum of this, to let it go, and laugh again. For me, symbolically, is one way of the angels saying that you can't see right now how this is serving you, is what they're writing, how this is helping you to make a different choice. It's like these things that come up help us to know the things that we don't want, or the choices we don't want to make. But we get stuck in the fight instead of going, okay, good thing, at least I know this is something, what is this person showing me, how I don't want to be, or the choices I don't want to make, and move on and bless them and thank them for being that, for serving that, being in that role and serving that purpose to help you engage with your own inner alignment. That's what's really important, an opportunity for you. So, try to take things a little bit more lightly, and in terms of not sacrificing your own inner wellness. All right, let's take a look at the card for the middle of the week and see what's unfolding. Okay, we have the Princess of Winter, which is the Page of Swords here. So this card says information that can help you, but which may also be difficult to hear. Speaking your truth with kindness. So indigo, or child or adult. So this card is about, like it could be a student or someone, or you're in this learning process right now, And one of the things that you're learning is to use your guidance to communicate, to kind of like um, to discern what's right for you and how to stay on your path. You have this keen awareness of when people aren't being honest with you, and likewise, you have the a sense of knowing when a situation isn't the right situation for you. So don't feel like you have to engage something if it's not right for you. So trusting, you're learning to trust your instincts. You're learning to be more aware of what's going on, and cutting to the chase and not mincing words at all. So, but you're doing it out of a sense of clarity. Your honesty allows for clarity. So don't be afraid of your brand of honesty and integrity. It allows for a great deal of clarity. It allows other people to know where you stand and the decision and choice they need to make based on that. And the writing that people can really appreciate you when you're honest and open. Like this kind of honesty, again, because you're channeling the love, this kind of honesty helps people to appreciate you because your integrity, they see you're always coming from a place of integrity. So just because you may feel like sometimes you're struggling with this, or you're struggling to find ways to be clear and to be honest, doesn't mean that you shouldn't. And it also doesn't mean that compassion doesn't mean, as it reminded me, that you neglect to be direct and honest with people. All right, that has nothing to do with it. Compassion is that you're speaking in a way that you're not doing it. You're not trying to do it from your head. You're doing it from your heart. You can feel like the openings, the pathways. You can feel like go, or this, like you feel them open up, even though you're telling them some things that are difficult, but you feel them open. The more you tell them, like when I'm working with clients, I feel like their frequency just freeing up the entire time. And so no matter what I'm saying, sometimes I have to say something in a way, but it's opening them up, and that's what you trust. Okay, so don't be afraid of your power because you are. And that may be one of the things that's distracting you, is that you're confusing love and compassion and lovey-doveyness with being direct and honest. And the only thing you need to be concerned about is that when you're speaking, do you feel that love flowing? And love is like doors opening, gateways opening in someone else's soul, and that's the only reason. That's your purpose, is to help open those doors inside of them. Okay? All right, let's take a look at the card for the end of the week. Okay, so this is the Seven of Winter, the Seven of Swords. So the card is saying there's a better choice, not seeing things clearly, running away from the truth. Okay, so the thing is that you may not be comfortable with with having open conversations with people. You may be afraid. Some of you and your gifts, you may be you get this sense of you should say something to someone and you don't know if you should or you shouldn't, or you're afraid that you'll be rejected. So this could also be about whatever it is that this opportunity that they've been asking you to communicate, whether it's in the form of a book or writing or some kind of creative expression. You're afraid to put yourself out there, and you are afraid that maybe others may not appreciate it. And so this card just confirming this message to not run away from the truth here, to not be afraid to express it, to communicate the truth. And again, understanding that that what you have to say may not be the way that you would want to say it, but it's the way they need to hear it, or what you're doing is the right way, but may not. So you can't judge things by the from your mind, because your mind is going to criticize and tell you everything that you're doing is not good or not right. So there's something wrong with it. It's going to find something to criticize. So we trust our hearts. We trust that flow of love. All right. Let's take a look. Let me just take a look and see if there's any additional messages I'm getting about this card. So, it's kind of. So I'm just sort of seeing that you need to release some things here. This is another week where you're going to be releasing some walls, some inner criticism, judgment, self-judgment, and that's going to help you to just really stand more in your truth and give you a sense of freedom. All right, so it seems like these last 2 weeks, I'm seeing this symbol of release coming through, and changing your relationships and your interactions with people, how you're relating to them, what your perceptions, and going into that soulful place where you see the truth beyond what's coming to you at the surface. So that spike in your intuition, and it's really that's going to allow you to start to take off. I'm seeing some kind of bird, taking flight into the horizon, going towards the sun. And so there's something that's really going to open up for you and allow you to just kind of move past some past obstacles, some things that you've been dealing with in your past, some emotional things, things that have been just really blocking you and causing you to feel blocked and isolated, and that you're going to sort of begin to soar above those things. And that's what all this is coming about. It's just help you let that go. All right, let's take a look at the card I already pulled from the bottom of the deck. The Justice card. And the Justice card for me, it says, take time to review the details carefully. You will win in the end, fair and objective decisions. So this is about things coming out fair, and that is also so reinforcing that you're coming from a place of integrity, that your judgment, your discernment, your sense of discernment is clear and open and honest and correct, that you will that what you offer will be pure, that it will come from a place of integrity. So and this is like a sense of things coming into balance, coming into alignment, things shifting, and things working out. So it's something you've been searching for, a solution, something kind of all of a sudden appears to you, the right thing, the right path, the right solution. It just appears to you. You've been, journeying and on a quest for this, and you a quest to find the truth, and somehow you get the answer in this week. Okay, the answer comes to you, or a possibility comes to you, a opportunity comes to you, that you have this sense that this is just right. This is you're confident, actually, that this is the right decision or the right circumstance or conditions for you. So they're writing the interrogative, like as if there's a lot of questions that you've been having, and I get a sense that these questions get answered for you. Okay, so if you were in the dark or uncertain about something, somehow the questions get answered, solutions come through, or ways are made possible, and they're just ways. And I get a sense that the universe is orchestrating this week of justice, sort of things working out, things coming into balance or for you. Okay, so as I take a look here, again, what we're the week here. Um, just want to tune in and see if there's anything else, but I think we really have covered everything for this week energetically. So they just want you to hang in there. Don't be afraid of what you're feeling. Don't don't be afraid of the information. Some of you, um, like you're getting, I see the crown chakra is just really expanded, and you are getting sort of little psychic hits or intuitive hits about things, and don't be afraid of this. Don't be afraid of the truth of being made aware of this information. Um, Embrace it is what they want you to do, and because this is they want you to embrace the changes that you're experiencing. They want you to embrace your guidance and the clarity that you know whatever you see through people, and it's like they're writing out the word, the things are clarifying. Okay, so there's another message about this card. Things are just clarifying, and they're getting you, like your perception, how you see things, how you saw it once, all of a sudden you'll be like, oh wow, well, how did I see it that way before, you know, and now you see it this way. It's almost like they wrote the word encryption, and like you like something was encrypted and you just couldn't figure it out, and all of a sudden like you're able to decode things, and it'll be a sense like you'll decode sort of what's going on beneath the surface with people. And don't be afraid of that you're picking up on that, because it's going to help you to be able to really express yourself with compassion, okay, because you have a different understanding of what's really been going on. So I send you lots of love. Thank you all for joining us. If you haven't subscribed to the page, do that. And if you haven't had the opportunity to join us for the daily card messages on my Facebook page, you can go to the description link below. You can also find it on Twitter as well, and which is the link is below the video. If you're looking for an angel reading, you can go to my website, theangelschool.com. On the services page, there's a link I put in the video description below, where you can go right there to the services page and sign up for an angel reading. So I will be joining you this week with angel card messages, and hope to read more about how you're interacting. I really appreciate all your comments and sharing your stories about how you are connecting with the information. So have a beautiful and powerful week, and may God bless you all.